right, y'all. It's the real Melanie Maya, and I am back with my podcast. We is on episode 7. Go ahead, cover it up. Yeah, consistency all this year, okay, baby? But this podcast, I am doing something different, which I already told you I was going to do this, but I have brought on a guest star. Yes, all of my people, all my friends is stars. Don't play. And go ahead and introduce yourself to the podcast.
What's up, y'all? I'm Marcus. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at Marcus_exclusive. MARKUS_exclusive, but one as the I. And make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I got my own too at Marcus Exclusive with an exclamation mark. So make sure y'all get into them.
Period. If you don't got no content friends and you're a content creator, like, what are you really doing? Like,
man, that's what I'm saying.
like come on
gotta
now.
have something, you feel
somebody. You need somebody with the same drive as you. Something. Y'all already seen in my last couple podcasts. I've been telling y'all better keep yourselves around like-minded people. All right? Hello? But before we start this podcast, before we get into our discussion, I just want to make sure y'all know to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my vlog channel, which is The Real Melanie Maya TV. So follow my podcast Instagram, which is RMM Speaks, and follow my personal Instagram, rm.baby with 2 Y's, and then we got my TikTok, which is The Real Melanie Maya as well. So make sure y'all go tap into all of them. Y'all already know we a community.
all that shit,
You
man.
feel me? You feel me? You feel me? You
Don't
feel
be
me?
lame, mate. Watch all her shit.
Period. So let's get into it. Tell us how you been feeling. Tell us what you've been doing, your new ventures.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling good, like real good. Like I feel like I done had a lot of blessings at the end of the year, and I feel like me entering the year, I done had nothing but good things to start the year off with. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. How about you?
Okay, I'm doing great. Again, I had a great 2023. I feel like I had a lot of goals I was able to reach. I took my content creating a little bit serious. This year I'm taking it even more serious. So I think we both on the scale of just trying to elevate what we already been doing.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
for sure. Just like get money.
Yeah, for sure. Like okay. So the first question that I wanted to ask you is, it's kind of related to the last question I asked you, but what's a long term and a short term goal that you got for this year or any other year? You know, because the grind don't stop. But
I would say my long-term goal is to most definitely expand my multiple sources of revenue. You feel me? Like, I want to be able to start getting money off of YouTube, have my own brand, and just working, because I feel like I need to, be consistently working throughout the whole year. So that's my long-term. Mm-hmm. And my short-term goal is to really just stay consistent, really. That's always coming up upon me. So that's the only 2 goals I got for right now. Get money.
Yep.
And stay consistent.
What I've been telling y'all, financial freedom, okay? We is not trying to be struggling. We ain't trying to be scrambling for our next meal. We want to have abundance. So we praying for everybody financial freedom. And also, me and him both just turned 20. We're both December babies. And this podcast is all about the new generation. And now that we're becoming adults. Man. And it's getting real. So, like, what do you feel like your spiritual journey, or like just you entering your adulthood for real? Now that you're no longer a teenager, how are you seeing yourself being like an adult?
I ain't gonna lie, it's hitting me hard. Like, it's hitting me hard because it's like, it's so many different stuff I'm not used to doing on my own. So me having to be in a position where I gotta make sure I be on top of everything that I do and just keep going and keep growing, it's a real big experience for me. Like, I really just want to keep working for real and just keep that going as much as possible and try to work as hard as I can if I really want to get to that point in my life where I'm just successful and take care of my family. So period.
All right, so now that we got a little bit into who you are, what you want to do, your goals and things like that,
right.
Me and Marcus have been friends. I think we've been friends for a pretty long time now.
For a minute.
Let's get into how we met. Now, me, it's really all a blur. That's because I've been friends with him for so long. I just think I remember him being new to our school, and I was kind of like the girl who wanted to be cool, kind of all the black kids. So like, yeah. If you were black, I just felt like we were already cool. Like, hey, you feel me? We here with all these white people, but we gotta stick together. What's poppin'?
Yeah. So when I first I started attending that high school that we went to, I didn't know anybody at all. Like, anybody. I had to re-meet people. I ain't go to the middle school that they went to before then. So when I got into high school, you feel me? I'm meeting everybody. And I felt like I done seen all the black people that's in there. So second semester of my freshman year, that's when I had seen her, and I think we was doing after school activity. I know we was staying after school for something, and everybody was just huddled up, talking, kicking it. And then that's when Maya pulled up out of nowhere, and I paid attention to her because I'm like, I ain't never seen this girl before a day in my life. And I paid attention a little bit more because she was pretty. Mind you, hear me out. I paid attention a little bit more because one, at that school, it was only like 2 handfuls of pretty black women. Real talk. So I paid attention to her. I'm like, who is this? Like, we ain't seen her the entire time. Well, I ain't see her. Everybody else saw her, but I didn't see her.
Yeah.
So after that, we somehow just ended up following each other on social media, and I just like talk to her every now and then. But after a while, we just got closer. Then our friendship just went up from there. We've been cool ever since. Like, yeah.
Now me, I want to be friends with Marcus because, you know, he was just cool. Like, I feel like I never could be real cool. Like, I had guy friends I'd be cool with, but you only could be cool with like a particular kind of guy, because some guys you got ulterior motives, and you feel me? And when they got the motives, like, you know, you can have a guy that like you, but like not gonna do too much, and you can just have a guy that like you and always do too much, or a guy like Marcus who don't really never want to get really like into it with you, but he just genuinely want to be your friend, and that's why I fuck with him, because it's just like it never been no weird like, oh, you know, y'all girls know,
that.
right?
Ain't been that.
And now that we talking about opposite sex friendships, how do you feel about them? Like, do you feel like they're okay? Do you feel like it should be boundaries? What are your boundaries with it? Like,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Now, I do believe that it is possible for opposite sex friendships to work. However, majority of the times, the men usually don't want to be friends with the woman. That's real talk. And I've always tried to steer myself away from being that type of guy. But like, that's just how everybody is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they cool, but you really gotta do some deep analysis of the person to really know if that's gonna be somebody you're gonna be cool with for real. Because a lot of people will sit there, they'll try to best friend their way into some coochie. Try to, sister.
Sister is crazy. Like, sister is the most craziest thing.
You can't call me family and you low key wanna do this, bro? Like,
incest? Alabama?
That's
like,
crazy.
See, but this is the thing. I won't put it all on the guy, because there are girls who will act too cool for school, or act like they really don't like a guy, but they always want to talk to him. Like, they don't really got no boyfriend, but they really cool with the guy. And like, the guy might not even not want her for real, but like, boys, it's almost like if you're pretty and they might not want you, but if they find out that you want them, it's like, oh, a pretty girl wants me. I didn't like you at first, but maybe I can start liking you now. So just like, it might not always start off with the guy. Sometimes it does start off with the girl. But then the guy definitely does come and follow through with the motion. You feel me?
For sure. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, when situations like that, like, yeah, if the girl start liking you first, or she shows some type of interest, it'll probably make you think like, okay, let me test the waters a little bit, just to step outside my comfort zone and try something different. But you gotta be real cautious with that, because sometimes it's really just best for you to have your friendship with that person. Like, just leave it at that.
Yeah, sometimes you will mess up good relationships thinking that everything needs to be intimate. And what if you find out that, like, the person that you really is cool with and friends with, and then you get in a relationship with, and then you find out they got bad sex? That'd be crazy, right?
That would be crazy, because I'm going to sit there and cry.
No, for real. Like, I just messed up our friendship for what?
Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, everything finna be dope. Like, we kick it real good. That means once we get to the next level, it's gonna be even better.
Crazy.
And then I found out you get bogus head. Wow.
Wow. Now it's like I can't even see you the same. So, with that being said, you have your boundaries when you have a girl that's a friend, y'all just friends. So, how do you feel when you have a girlfriend? Does those boundaries change? Do you feel like you have to cut off your female friends? Like,
So when I did have a girlfriend, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me adjusting to actually setting down boundaries because the type of person I am, like certain actions I don't think is wrong because I'm so used to being single for a long time. You feel me? So it was one point where I had to readjust how I maneuver with a lot of my friends because I got a lot of female friends myself, and I feel like when it comes to making those boundaries, you gotta actually set boundaries that you and that person can actually come in terms with. If you try to set some boundaries with you and your friend about shifting y'all dynamic of y'all friendship and they can't get in tune with that, then you might have to kick them to the curb because as my friend, why do you have a problem with that? You should understand where I'm coming from. Now I get it if it's weird to the point where they like trying to set boundaries that's like outlandish, like okay, like say I have a girl and then she'll be like, oh yeah, that one friend you got, yeah, I don't like her, so you can't talk to her. I'm not doing that.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
odd.
yeah.
That's odd.
I feel like nobody could make me cut him off. Like, if we've been friends for a long time and you somebody new in the picture, I don't care what kind of bad feeling you got about him, because most of the time it's gonna be wrong. It's just like, I don't feel like you should never drop your friends off that you've been friends for a long time for somebody that you just now met, unless your partner really has some valid reasons and they have some evidence.
Yeah.
If it's only all like, oh, he's a guy, I don't want you, that's not good enough for me. If it's only oh, I think he likes you, but he haven't given you no signs, or you ain't even barely talked to him, you just being insecure, that's not enough for me. Like, I'm 100% okay with hearing my partner's side of the story when it comes to like, male friendship and stuff like that, because I know how it can get. But me, I don't care if my man has a girl that's a friend. It's just when it start getting too much like best friends and like, oh, y'all on the phone every day, that I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think you can be on the phone every day with your girl.
I got a girl best friend. I got a couple. I don't be on the phone with them every day.
Yeah, like
I feel like if y'all really on the phone with each other every day, more times than not, y'all low key like each other. Ain't nobody said anything.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah, like let's keep it a stack. Like, I feel like me and Marcus, we check in on each other once a week. Maybe even, we can go a long time without talking to each other, and we can hit each other up and it still be the same vibe.
Like we just talked yesterday.
No,
like,
for real.
That's how real life be.
Like, that's because we both growing again, just coming into adulthood. Even when you first graduate high school, things get crazy quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, people start really showing their true side.
Man.
I had friends that I done took graduation pictures with. I'm thinking I'm gonna be locked in with them for the rest of my life. No.
So now that we get into friends, and you said you got people that you dropped off, what's a significant factor that you look for in a friend? Like, what's something that's like, okay, if I wanted to make new friends, or I'm reevaluating my old friends, like what are things and attributes that you want to see in them, or attributes that you don't want to see in them that you'll cut somebody off for?
Okay, so the stuff I do want to see in them is how they communicate, the type of energy that they give off, and how they react in certain situations. I feel like I don't want to be in a position where I'm always with a friend who put themselves in dumb situations. I don't like being friends with people like that. I don't like being friends with people who can't communicate, because when you can't communicate, you start holding grudges, and then it's a lot of things that start to shift our dynamic that I didn't even know about because you ain't communicate that with me. And then it's just that, to be honest with you, that's about it. Like, that's the main things that I look at, like communication and seeing how you respond to certain situations.
Yeah.
And just being able to be a good friend as well, because, like, I get it, loyalty comes a long way, but you got to understand how loyalty go at the same time. Loyalty, respect, all those things play a big part in y'all friendship. So that's the main things you got to look at with anybody you get cool with. That's how I feel.
For sure. I know in a couple of episodes before this, I was talking about what I'm willing to tolerate with a friend, and I just don't want a friend around me that's always negative. Like,
yeah,
I want you to see positivity in your life. I don't want things to always be so. I don't want you to be always so pissed off about everything that's going on in your life, and I feel like I want people with ambitions and goals. I want people that are like-minded like me. Like, I have a content creator friend. Y'all already seen what kind of goals he on. Y'all, if y'all know me, y'all been listening to my podcast, y'all know, like I said, I be around people who are like-minded like me, people that I see myself in. And if I don't see none of myself in you, I will not surround myself by you. And I have to see more than just the negative stuff in me. So
I'm the same way. Like, I need to be around like-minded people, because I feel like if you're not around like-minded people, then those be the people that eventually drag you down or try to, grab things up off of you and not be able to help you out and support you in the ways that you need them to. So it's like, be with like-minded people so that way they won't drag you down, or you won't have to worry about them being negative in whatever situation you got going on, and just not being an addition to whatever you got going on.
Period. Now, to kind of end this episode off, I want you to tell my subscribers, and even some of your people watching, what is like food for thought? What is somebody that you would tell them? What is something that you would tell somebody that is just entering adulthood, in college, with a job, or just, finally entering their adult stage in life? Like, what encouragement would you give the people watching?
For real, I would say be realistic, because I feel like these past few years, it's been a lot of delusion in the air. It's been a lot of delusion. You have to be realistic with the things that come into your life, because at the end of the day, once you start thinking delusional, which word, it don't even matter. But once you start thinking about a lot of delusion, you start to get disappointment, and you be thinking like, dang, like, why this didn't turn out this way, and why this didn't come out this way? That's because you're not thinking realistically. You have to think and put yourself in situations where you know that you can have a valid outcome. You know what I'm saying? Stay consistent, keep working, and make sure you always looking at the long term. A lot of people be always looking at the short term, so that's always messing up their patience and always kind of just getting them, perplexed with what they want to do with their life and just how they want to keep going with adulthood. But all you gotta really do is just have a goal, look at it, stay focused on it, and keep going. And don't let nothing push you back from it.
Period. Y'all already know I beat that into y'all heads. Y'all cannot let anybody tell you you can't do it. If you got your mindset on something and you got a goal, reach for it, because the sky's the limit. And your goals are attainable. And don't ever land your goals on closed ears. So make sure, and even if you do, make sure that your faith is strong enough that if it does land on closed ears, that it doesn't matter to you. That you still, your belief is still as strong as it was before. So y'all already see, y'all see. I brought one of my friends on here to tell y'all and show y'all that what I'm saying is true. That I am not a fraud. When
She be speaking real facts.
I am not a fraud when I tell you the people that are around me are people that I see myself in, people that I want to see win, even if they win faster than me, but harder than me, greater than me. Like, I want us all to win. So I just want to thank my friend for coming. He's my first guest.
Thank you for having me. I feel special coming on here. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. So make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to this page. Make sure y'all go and tap into his socials. Go ahead, drop it again. Definitely.
Like I said, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Marcus_exclusive, MARKUS_exclusive with a 1 instead of the I. And make sure you get in tune with my YouTube as well. I do all types of content on Marcus exclusive, MARKUS exclusive ! Get in tune, man.
Period. And that concludes Maya Speaks for episode 7. I love all of you guys. Stay encouraged. I'm so glad for all of the subscribers that I've gained. I'm so glad for everybody that's watching. I love all of you. And I hope you guys have the rest of your week. I will see you guys next episode. Bye.
I'll be smooth.